Okay, this is an instructional video of how to drive in 115's optimally. Hopefully I can drive on this computer today. Now, it's not how to do this without without some damage. It's using what you've got to the best of your ability to be able to get the sprint countermeasure. You're going to have the sprint countermeasure in the 115s to minimize your damage. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Alright, now what I've done here is my mono fleet. It was originally designed for Dock 14 with the gridiron. Alright, I've had to upgrade to Dock 15 to fit my Z-Loss with all 4 monos. But this fleet is over Dock 14 weight. Now this Z-Loss is nothing special. It was originally designed for my Citadel fleet, and I used it in the garrison raid with the Citadels. And I did put 2 missile charged armor back when we was doing the garrison raid. I can't remember exactly when that was, but it's been a while. All I've got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anti-missile 4s, and 1, 2, 3, 4 Gale 3s. I do have the Harrier D52R, solid fuel booster 3, frontline countermeasure system. Now the frontline countermeasure system is a must-have on these. It gives you turret defense of 50%, and of course it has anti-mortar accuracy and anti-mortar range and countermeasure range, etc. Okay. Solid fuel booster 3 is a must. Be able to boost the range up on the Harrier. If you don't have a Harrier, a blade is okay. I just don't like to use the blades because the Harrier is a lot lighter. Speed System 5, Alloy MX3, and Agility System 4. D1 and 3 D1Xs. Like I said, this is nothing real special. It's what I was using in my last video of how to do the 113s with the Citadels. Now my monoliths, I've got the D85Ds on, and each monolith I do have an anti. This one I've got a Gale Defense 2 on it. I do have a C1X on this one. Excuse me, you'll have to forgive me, I've got bronchitis. And I have Reactive Armor 3, Speed System 5, Combustion System 2, Garrison Battery MKX. Now this is important more than the Siege Battery. That has explosive damage, plus building, plus wall damage, plus turret defense. So you need this. HVR. Now I still use HVR with my mortars. I love it. It gives me 100% projectile speed plus building and wall damage. Yeah, the ballistic damage is kind of wasted, but it's worth it to me. I've still got explosive upgrade on here. I threw that on there for Dock 14. I will be refitting these. I'll be removing the explosive upgrade and placing can't look at my shipyard right now, it's upgrading. Oh, what special is that? I can't even think of it at the moment. I'll know it when I see it though. I'll be placing the narrow firing aperture on there. Gives a minus 30 spread. but plus 55 splash and a plus 45 corrosive damage, which the corrosive damage is kind of wasted. I will also be replacing the reactive armor, and I'm going to be putting that Reaver Splash special. I can't even remember it now. Damn, my mind ain't doing good today. Where the hell is it? No, I got it, and I'm just missing it. There it is. Viscosity regulator. Gives me an extra plus 50% splash. The radioactive damage is just kind of wasted. Okay. And of course it's upgradable to R15, which I haven't upgraded that one yet. The Z-Loss, well, that's going to get major refits. I'll cover that in my next video when I have the fleet refitted and everything. Okay, now I'm going to launch this fleet. And we got to go over a few things in a 115. I'm probably gonna have we'll have to see how many minutes I got after I do this. Probably have to do a 2-part video. Because EasyVid restricts me on how many minutes. Okay, let's see here. Up and down so the fleet doesn't move. Somebody's already hit this one, but they just took out that. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and move the fleet over here. Now these two frostbites you can outrange easily. This one you cannot outrange. That one you can. That one you can. These two you can. And of course you can outrange that one. These two frostbites you can't outrange. That frostbite you can. That frostbite you can. There's a frostbite here you cannot outrange. You cannot outrange these. You can outrange this. Okay. That being covered. Let's see how many minutes I got. 36. Yeah, I think I can do this in one video. Now, I've brought in and come over here. Now, monos, they have a speed boost after they've been moving a while, so you've got to kind of stack them and then set for a little bit for them to stay together. If you don't, you're going to have your monos moving every which way, and it's just not going to work. Okay. I've got the retargeting ring on there. Now let me bring this over so I can see my fleets. And let's go for the Z-Loss. We're going to bring that Z-Loss in. Notice I stopped just shy of the frostbite. Okay. Now I need to move my monos over a little bit. That's good. Select the Z-Loss. And target this frostbite. And notice I just stopped just shy of that frostbite. Notice I got a halo over here and a halo over here firing. Okay. Now we're going to have to come back, bring the fleet out a little. My mono's just got the speed boost. That's good. Okay, right there. I'm just barely on that frostbite. Notice this halo has quit firing, so I ain't got to worry about it hitting my monos. This halo will target my Z-loss when I come in. I'm going to come back over here with the Z-loss, and we're going to slightly come in, take these buildings out first. Now I'm going to go over here and just hit this frostbite. I'm not too worried about trying to outrange it, because you ain't going to outrange it. The thing's got some kind of range extender on it. Alright. Yeah. We're going to bring over the fleet over. Now in some videos, if your splash is high enough, they target this and they take out all that. Well, I could, but I'm going to show you here, if your splash ain't high enough, you can come in, come down here, and target that turret right there. And notice the turrets are getting splashed out. Okay, now here it gets a little tricky. Gotta stack fleet, bring the monos and the Z-loss around. We gotta come back down. You want the monos close to the Z-loss for this. You can't forget this fleet, or this fleet will eat you up. And keep moving. Don't stop for them. For some reason, if you keep moving, you get less damage from missiles. Notice I'm shooting all the mortars down. So, I really got too many gales on here. 5 Gale 3s is really too much, as I've actually taken on 4 citadels at one time and shot all the mortars down. I'm going to be doing some refits on the Z-loss and taking that down a bit. Alright, now here you want to be careful and stop. See, I'm outranging that frostbite. Alright, now we can come up, bring the fleet up. Just got my speed boost on my monos. Alright, come on. We're gonna just keep on coming. The monos are really kind of nice. If you gotta have that Doc 15 for this, but they're kind of nice because they do move faster than the citadels when that speed boost kicks in. Now I'm gonna come in, take the halo out. Sometimes it gets splashed out, sometimes it don't. Stop. See, I'm outranging the frostbite there. Now I'm going to come over there, grab that, and then I'm going to come up. Can't forget this fleet, because this is these fleets will eat you if you forget them. Trust me, they've eaten me plenty of times. And I cuss them when I do forget them. Alright, now we're going to come down. and stop. I'm keeping my monos back here. Now we'll select Z-Loss, bring it in, kill those buildings out. Now I'm going to bring it on down so I can target these. Yeah. Gonna get the frostbite firing, but I've got 90% explosive defense on here before the turret defense. So it shakes off a lot of the explosive damage. You're going to take a little bit, but it shakes it off. Once we get the sprint countermeasure system, it'll be a lot better. Which, by the way, I've got it now, but I can't do anything because my shipyard's refitting. Alright, now I'm going to leave the monos there. Bring them, that in, and damn it, he started circling. Gotta target that executive right there. If you target this building, you're going to leave some of those turrets there, and then you're going to be coming back trying to kill them, and you're going to take damage. Notice I keep my Z-Loss close to my monos at all times, especially when mortars are around. Monos must be in the tactical range of the Z-Loss when moving, or your mortars, the splash will get them. Okay, now down here I kind of got to be careful because the way those citadels, they do have the coaxials on them, so if you get too close to them, the rockets start firing. And that fleet actually gives me the most damage. See how much I lost on my Z-Loss there? Okay, now I'm going to come in, stop the fleet, select my Z-Loss. We're going to come over a little bit so I don't trigger these. This turret can be outranged. See, I'm outranging it. Alright, now we're going to bring the fleet back together and bring the monos in a little bit. That should be good. Let's see here. There's the Z-Loss. I'm going to move the Z-Loss over here a little bit. Stop it. I'm going to wait to see if any mortars fire from this thing. This group cluster. They're not, so my monos are going to be safe. Now we're going to bring in this frostbite. It will fire at you no matter what. So we're just going to eat the damage and kill those turrets. Now regroup the fleet. Don't forget you got mortars in here. Okay. Now here, I like to keep, I'm going to move them a little bit closer. I like to keep my mono somewhat close there. I'm going to move the Z-Loss in a little bit. Now, it's kind of tricky here. You got there's a fine line that you between this mine here and these frostbites. These frostbites won't fire, and if you do it right, this frostbite won't fire. See, that frostbite never fired there. Now, the mortar's just fired. Okay, now I'm going to run in here, select the entire fleet, kill those, and I'm going to run back out here in time to catch mortars so my monos don't get damaged. Now we're going to come back in here. Just like so. Notice my Z-Loss is almost dead. My monos are looking great. They've taken a little damage, but minimal. This one's actually got 2 plates of C1M on it. That's the reason why it takes less. And when I refit, as I'll be putting 2 plates of C1M on all my monos for that reason, because the halos and their splash. Now I come up just like that, and wham. Now see, I hit everything. I'm splashing pretty good right here. Alright, now I'm going to hit this, target that, down, arrow, and splashed out most of those. Now I'm going to target this, come in a little bit, down arrow. See how I'm just to the side of that turret? Okay, now full fleet, we're going to come back out. And come over. We're going to come over here. Now we're going to circle. And down arrow to stop the Z-Loss. And I just took all those out. Now we're going to regroup the fleet. Now because of my splash situation is low on my monos, is I got to come back in here and target this turret when I'm done. But this is how I do the 115's right now. Is I'm eating damage, but it's reasonable for a because this fleet really wasn't tested or used or anything. The monos, I didn't like them, and I just didn't use them in the 113's. I couldn't get the Z-Loss in the fleet because it was too heavy and everything. But see, 243,000 points. That's not bad. Okay, now we're going to go back into the base. And by the way, I don't have Trident, so this is good for people that doesn't have Tridents. Now I'm going to put this Z-Loss over here so you can see actual repair time on the Z-Loss. Come on, load up. 3 hours, 20 minutes. I have done it for less. It ranges between 2 to 3.5 hours, somewhere in there, per 115. But I think it's very reasonable. All you got to do is get those sprint countermeasures and in the FM, and then refit. And once we've refit and everything, the damage should go way down. Let's see here. See, the sprint countermeasure system is really a nice piece of equipment. It does missiles, rockets, and UAVs. So that's what your goal is right now. If you don't have Tridents, is eat the damage, repair, keep hitting those 115's until you can get those sprint countermeasures, and then repair or refit. I hope this video helps. And later, after I do the refits on my fleet, I'll do a video on 115, and I am expecting repairs, probably somewhere around the 30 minutes to 1 hour range. If you liked the video, please like and feel free to join my channel. As I do add more videos from time to time when I get time and I'm feeling okay. Thank you and have a good day.